Gear up for baseball season with It's Outta Here, 9 innings of one-act plays inspired by our national pastime. Performances throughout the Twin Cities and Wisconsin run March 5th through April 18th.
Hossein, swear on your grandfather's soul, did you shoot a child?
I swear, no, I didn't shoot him.
Then what are you saying? A kid sleeping in his bed.
Let me explain.
Ali Ghavari grew up in Iran, and he was already a writer when he left that country after the 1979 revolution, and he has continued to write as he settled in the Twin Cities. He's a short story writer who is taking his first stab at playwriting through the semi-autobiographical Spring of Freedom, Summer of Fear. It's put on through Tablesalt Productions. We're going to drop into a dress rehearsal and talk with Ali about how he brings the hopes, chaos, and betrayals of the 1979 Iranian Revolution into one family's living room on this edition of 3 Minute Egg.
We are busy just trying to keep ourselves away from gunshots on the streets. Would you think we have got time to coup d'etat?
Being a writer, now I understand, is somewhat different than being a playwright, because the dialogue part was more of a challenge for me, to be able to actually convey the story in a way that's natural as a part of a conversation. The story, as it turns out, it's not a linear play. It's pretty much, it's a memory play. So the way it unfolds is that you start basically at the end of the event, and then you have several flashbacks through the beginning of the event and some to 50 years earlier, and then interspersed, and there are like 3 parallel stories that are ongoing, and the characters sort of intertwine. Not every character in the story is actually a human being. There are like spirits and entities and memory entities that are like depicted as not quite ghosts but spirits and other mythical figures. Because of my culture, I'm sort of like ingrained with some of those worlds that are like, you know, we live in a physical world, then there's some emotional world, then there's like some mythical world, and to be able to keep them separate is both a challenge for me who writes the play, but also the challenge for the director and as well as the lighting people. Our bodies naturally behave that way. The challenge is to sort of like make the audience not sort of like have to force them through your way of going back and forth, but have it be in a natural way that they naturally go that way.
You know your mother can't handle seeing a gun. Not after what happened to your brother.
Well, maybe if he had one, he could have used it.
Don't even think that. I wish you had never even touched one, and I pray every day you don't have to fire it.
Ultimately, what my goal was to get people to be intrigued about what's happening on the other side of the ocean. The more and more my country and culture ebbs and flows in the public mind, I found that it's not a burden, but it's a challenge or responsibility that I feel that to sort of put the truth out there, as opposed to like, you know, I'm one small person against this big giant stereotype that sort of like pervades, and that, so I guess the current events and the current recent history has sort of propelled me towards that kind of putting my voice to the extent that I can out there to sort of like tell the truth as I see it.